I do that bare. I just be walking through my yard like, cause I be bored. I be bored as shit. I got shit to do and I be in the yard every day. But anyway, I want to talk about what do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the masculine and feminine thing, the energy. Like, obviously, masculine energy is to initiate, to go forward, to progress, or like to make things move forward. Feminine energy receives and cultivates, nurtures. It's like the womb, like for 9 months, just cultivating and nurturing this child or fetus or embryo or whatever. But but yeah, I think like there's different things. Like for example, like writing. I learned recently that because like I had a friend, we used to write bars and shit, and I had a friend like, and when he would sit down to write, I noticed that he wouldn't just be thinking, he would just be sitting there. He would just be sitting there, just sitting there. Like he wouldn't be thinking. He would let something come to him, and that's the that's the process. Like you have to. That's the because creation is. I think actually no creation can creation is both masculine and feminine. Remember when I used to write? I used to just go like just randomly, just anything I can think of, just putting things together, just go at the purely masculine energy. But that's not how good things are made. Like I think you need to wait and be still. Let the silt settle to the bottom so that your mind is clear, and then the super conscious becomes accessible. So you got obviously a conscious mind, what you're consciously aware of. Like if I tell you to think about your breathing, you'll become conscious in your breathing. I think consciousness itself, the word conscious just means to be aware in it. And you got your subconscious mind, which is processes that occur beneath your awareness. And your unconscious, I think subconscious and unconscious mean the same thing, and unconscious is like things that you're not aware of. So like when we're talking and having conversations, or communicating, it's like 90% unconscious. Sorry, it's 90% non-verbal. It's 90% non-verbal. Sorry about that. It's 90% non-verbal, and then like 10% verbal, right? So 90% of what you're saying is not actually what you're saying. It's how your body's reacting or how your face may be twitching. Even right now, I just raised my eyebrows a little bit. I don't fully know what that means. I know what that means, like, but it's a believe me look. When people are like that, it's like believe what I'm saying. But but yeah, like there's everybody has their own tells and cues and whatever. But um, I find body language really interesting because growing up, I was oblivious to it. I couldn't see it. It was like, like language gives you new sets of eyes. So you walk into a plain room, a average person walk into a plain room and just see an empty room. But then a plumber will walk in and see, oh, there's a pipe there, there's a gas line here, there's water coming through here. They see it in that way. An electrician sees, oh, lighting fixtures, electrical outputs. They see it in a whole different way, you know, simply because they have the vocabulary or the knowledge to recognize a different room. And what was my point? Um, uh, wait, shit, damn. Well, I was gonna. He just left, but it will come back. Um, wait, I'm sorry about this. I'm new to this. You get me? I'm new to this YouTube thing, and I'm trying to order my thoughts. But yeah, like body language. I find it very interesting. Yeah, I was oblivious to it. Growing up, I was oblivious to body language. I just didn't. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. Like I thought everything a person was saying was what they were saying with their verbs, you know. But that wasn't the case. And there were situations I got into. Like sometimes I might respond in a rude way. Not like there was one time I was getting GTA 4. It just came out, My sister, I went with my sister to the shop, and there was a guy outside who she knew who was over 18, so he was gonna get the game for us. He went in and got the game. There was another guy outside, and he just came to me on a friendly thing like, yo, you want to see these dogs fight? Because they had the dog there, and they were gonna do dog fighting or some bullshit. I don't agree with that. I think that's barbaric. Do not make your dogs fight. Anyway, he said it to me, and then the way that I responded to him was rude. Like, I said, these ain't my dogs. But the way that I said it was rude, and I had no idea. Like, I didn't recognize it. And then the guy was like, yo, chill out, bruv. I'm old enough to be your older brother out here. Like, don't be trying to type shit. And I didn't, like, back then, I just didn't realize. I didn't realize that the way you say stuff conveys meaning. I was oblivious, like I said. Anyway, started reading books on it. Still couldn't see it, but I could I could understand it logically. Like, I could understand it logically, but I still didn't have, because I'm left brained, and left brain is like logical, mathematical, black and white. It's about that type of stuff. And then right brain is holistic. It's about the whole, not the parts. It's colorful. It's about body language, spatial awareness, and also intuition. The right hemisphere is feminine. The left hemisphere is masculine. And it also shows you like how women are naturally intuitive. They're naturally spiritual. Men are naturally logical. We're not really emotional. Like, women tend to think with their emotions, but we don't. And that's why another thing I've learned, yeah, something you can understand fully, like, you've been through it, you've researched it, you understand it, you know the reason why it happened, or whatever. A woman will never understand it in the way that you do. You can explain it until you're blue in the face, but because it doesn't contain that emotional aspect, the heart, they will just never get it. So there's no point even trying to explain. Sometimes, like, when it comes to women, like, if you're wrong, or even if you think you're right, you're gonna be wrong in her eyes, because she sees it from the heart rather than the brain, innit? So sometimes you just don't even explain, just agree. You can't do nothing. But anyway, so yeah, I was reading books on body language and shit, trying to find out about it, because I was interested, just naturally interested in body language. But I never really got it until I started smoking weed with my boys, and they were like before I started smoking weed, one of my boys said, "Oh, weed makes you hella analytical." So at first, I was there, we smoked, I'm chill, but I was aloof. I was in my own world. And then they started like chatting to me, but unconsciously. And I was like, "Oh, Josh is clocking on." Yeah, my name is Josh, by the way. They were like, "Yeah, Josh is clocking on. He's clocking on." So I started listening, like, intently, like intensely. I started just trying to clock everything, and I was watching their body language, and that's when it clicked. When I started smoking weed, I understood, like, I was entering this new world of body language. It was mad. And then things actually went bad for me with my boys. Like, I don't even want to talk about that, but because that's some personal shit. But anyway, I started like watching videos on YouTube. There's a woman called Bombard's Body Language, and she got banned from YouTube, but then she has like a Bombard's Body Language ghost. So she uploads like some of the videos that she puts onto her website. But she's very good. Like, I like the way she explains body language. Like, she goes through like interviews and stuff from, like, it's mainly politicians, but she just breaks down their body language, and it helped me a lot to understand. Like, that's why I know about that. Believe me, look. And also there's a thing where you're in portrayal. So when a person's like moving a certain way with their shoulders, they're in portrayal. They're acting, basically. They're not being honest. And then there's like micro expressions where it might look like a twitch. It might look like a twitch on their face, but it's a flash. So they might have angst or worry or sorrow or contempt. And if you record it and then slow it down, you actually see the thing on their face, but to the naked eye, it's just a flash, so you can't really see it. But you can feel it. That's another thing as well, yeah. Most people intuitively read body language. I don't. I had to break it down into steps, and like, you have to also be looking in order to find what you're looking for. If you're not looking, you just be talking and not even thinking about it. But then eventually it comes second nature. But yeah, man, body language is really interesting to me. Like, my cousins used to say that, raw, the best way to learn about body language is through girls, isn't it? Just dating, and that's how you learn, innit? Because back then, this was before the weed and that. We'd be playing cards, and like the whole idea is to not let them know that what card you just put down. But every time I put down my card and said what it was, they could always clock me. But anyway, yeah, body language is really interesting. But language is another interesting thing as well, but I don't really know too much about it. I've been thinking about what I should do with the YouTube videos, right? Because random, I'm just gonna be posting YouTube videos from now. Maybe if I write essays like I did with Thelonious Monk. Today I researched him and I wrote down different facts and whatnot, and it helped me understand his life and like who he was and whatnot. But yeah, that's something that I could do for my YouTube. But again, I thought about writing scripts. So you write a script and just read it off. But I don't really think. Yeah, it's a good skill to learn how to write. But at the same time, learning how to speak off the cuff can help come in handy. You know, it can really come in handy. Maybe prompts would help. 'Cause sometimes I just go blank. You know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video or gain something from it, some knowledge or what. But yeah.